Hey, Alicia. Hi, beautiful angel. Hello, Jason. Hello, darling. Get one more person in, one more pillar, and I will start. Today's song is Laughter of the Earth. That is what Spirit has brought us to today. Laughter of the Earth. Should be good. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, thank you. Can't believe it's already Friday, right? My goodness, this week went by so fast. So fast. I bet. Do you get the weekends off? My husband works all week, but he has weekends off. Yep, weekends off for you too. That's why I'm busy on the weekends usually, because my family has the weekends off. My son and my husband, and so we'd usually do family stuff. All right, I see 3 of you in here, so we're going to get started. This is called Laughter of the Earth. Should be pretty good. Hi, Flower Power. Hi, beautiful. Happy Friday.
This is not distraction. This is medicine.
Hey, Pepsi. Hi,
this
beautiful.
This is the body remembering how to be light. You have carried mountains in your shoulders, storms in your chest, names and stories that were never yours to keep. But listen, beneath the burden, there is a sound older than fear. A ripple in the belly, a spark in the throat, a smile pressing upward through sorrow. The earth laughs through you. I do not need to earn joy.
Hey, Teresa. Hi, beautiful.
I do not need permission to soften, to smile, to play.
Well, hi,
Laughter is
Violet.
medicine, laughter is prayer, laughter is the river that clears the air. Ease returns, the body learns.
Yep. Hi, VX. Hi, beautiful angel.
For the ones who laugh until tears come, do not fear the tears. They are old rivers moving, ancient sadness leaving, stored winters melting into spring.
Hey, Brandy. Hi, beautiful.
Not a silence, not a solemn ritual.
Yeah, it's sunny here
too
too.
big to contain. The tears do not oppose the laughter.
Hi, Missy Marie. Hi, beautiful.
They complete it.
Where are you?
Remember the child who laughed at rain,
Are you back in
who
New
chased
York?
the wind, who saw faces
It's
in
always sunny in
clouds,
Florida. Not always,
magic and
but
dust.
quite often. Yes,
They are still here,
quite often.
not lost.
You are with Richard.
Joy is not childish, joy is original. It is the nervous system returning home. The trees sway in amusement, the river chatters in delight. Even the stones hold warmth from old.
Whatever your soul is calling you to do,
Is not
BX.
only grief, she also sings in play.
You are loved and supported.
Is a smile in form. Every breeze that tickles skin is an invitation to soften. You are allowed to answer with laughter. I do not need to earn joy. I am joy. I do not need to deserve delight. I am delight. Let the laughter shake the body. Let the tears cleanse the heart. Let the smile become the bridge.
The tears cleanse the heart, BX.
Laugh.
That was for you.
I heal. I return. I do not need to earn joy. I do not need to earn joy. I do not need to. I do not need to earn joy. The medicine was always here. In the smile, in the breath, in the body's permission.
Hi, Irish. Hi, darling.
Joy is not after healing. Joy is healing.
Hey, Trey.
Is healing.
That's right. That's right. But you can help him. Laughter of the Earth is what that was called. Amazing. I love that. Thank you, Spirit, for that. That little message for us. And our first song with Ascension Music is Voice of Truth. Voice of Truth. Well, guys, it is Friday again. This week has just flown by as time seems to be flying by. Always here, right? Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our cards for the day. So, first card is Chakra Wisdom. Creative expression. Throat chakra. I am committed to sharing and revealing my thoughts and feelings by being creative in my communication style and using expressive language. I express myself through talking, singing, sighing, laughing, and crying, and through using my creative talents. I consciously use my senses to experience my world more fully. I see, hear, smell, and feel more, and I become more aware of my surroundings, such as the weather, aromas, people, nature, sounds, and sights. Yes. Absolutely. Here is our healing energy, Yes? Learning to love myself. I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. I realize that I am a being of light and I allow myself to shine. Yes. We are all beings of light. Release. I stop fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts, live in the present moment, and accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over and put into God's hands what I cannot change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. Always, yes. Positive thinking. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which bring me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being, and I find serenity. Yes, find serenity. This is Oracle Nomad, but between the breath. If you don't follow him, he's on all the platforms. Oracle Nomad. He has quite a few different albums, and they're all amazing. Hi, Diana. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Nightbird. Welcome in. Welcome in, angels. Here is our Work Your Light. Take a break. When you need a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. Take that break. Of course, Teresa, of course. Starseed, what lights you up? What lights you up? Yes. And Wonder Woman, Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Have you answered your deepest calling? Hi, Miss Blaze 138. Welcome in. I'm going to go ahead and put Jamie on the list, on the chain, the healing chain. Also, if there's anyone that wants to be on the butterfly, if you're new here, aren't on the butterfly for 2026, let me know and I will get you on there. Okay, she's on there, darling. Answer the call, that's right. And the call looks different for everyone. It sure does. All right, here is our Starseed Oracle. Our Starseed Oracle. Hyraeth, longing for home. Homesick for the stars. Yes, many of us are homesick for the stars, but we also know our work here is not finished yet. We need to continue to hold our pillars of light. Hello, Iron Gold. Hello, darling. And that is why we are here, to hold our frequency. Lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Yes, you have done this before. We have. We've done it many, many times in many, many different places, but always together, always together. Star Brothers, as Iron Gold steps into the room. Wow. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Yes, and there's the eagles. The eagles. How many of us have eagles following us all the time? They look up and there's an eagle in the sky. Many, many times. Here is our crystal. Yeah, right, Violet? Yep, absolutely. Here is our crystal angel. Rhodochrosite. Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. Rhodochrosite is a pink gem. A pink crystal. Back to work, back to work. All right. Hi, Sharon. Hi, beautiful. Eagles, yes. The big birds, the big birds. A lot of times it's a dragon. A lot of times it's your dragon. Here's our animal for the day. Wow, look at that. Really? Who just said eagle? Who said eagle? Missy Marie, look at that. Mastery. Mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Guys, this is the magic. This is the magic, okay? I don't look at these cards before we go through them together. I always let spirit choose the cards for us. And as we're talking about the birds, an eagle shows up. You just can't make this up. That's the magic. That's the magic. Here is our water card for the day. Our water, the water oracle, psychic abilities, acting on visions. It's destined. Yes. Yes. So many of us are opening up to these gifts. So we're awakening to these psychic gifts that we have. They tell us, we can feel them. Some of us can hear them. Yes. As above, so below. We have the keys to 5D. We are turning those keys in the doorways, opening the portals, changing the timelines. Yes, Sharon, you dreamt about it last night. Wow. The Sun Stormer. The Sun Stormer is the card for today, for the love of dragons. Card 21. Card 21. Silver screen. More Oracle Nomad. The sun generates enough energy in one day to supply all the machines of the earth for 1,000 years. This is a planet of abundance. The radiance available to you each day can create opportunities, openings, and awareness that were not there the day before. All it takes is an appreciation of the abundance already provided for you. The earth turns on its axis without your help. The sun shines and makes energy for you to use without your influence or direction. Allow yourself to be filled with radiance and shine like the sun. This is how your own light defeats the dark. Yes. Hello, Trina. Hi, darling. I got to share with you something else, too. It's pretty wild. I'll share it after our cards. Hi, Lynette. Hi, darling. Here is our awakened dreamer. Hi, Dolly. I see you, darling. Awakened dreamer says, be a way shower. Contemplate the way you wish others would behave. Then up-level those qualities within yourself. Become a shining beacon amid a stormy sea. A lighthouse that gives hope to someone cut adrift. Revel in the joy of being a way shower. Yes. Revel in the joy of being a way shower. Here is our beautiful butterfly for the day. I make a positive difference in the world, even with my smile and words. Yes. Make a positive difference in this world. Always. And our first Ascended Master coming out today. Our first Ascended Master, Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. Wow. Hi, Serena. Hi, beautiful angel. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Deep insights. Okay. I need help with this one, guys. I need help with this one because I kind of want to understand it. I want to understand it. So, Spirit had me watch something yesterday, and it was the story, and many of you might know what I'm talking about when I talk about this. It is the story of Gypsy Rose. Are you guys familiar with the story of Gypsy Rose? By the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is our game, and we are playing it. Okay, so I was asked by Spirit to look at this story. You guys, this is so wild right now. So I was looking at the story, and the question that was coming up is Gypsy Rose going to be able to advance in her spirituality? Is she going to be able to avoid being reincarnated as she took the life of her portal, of her mother? Now, there are two different things going around. One that says that her mother was suffering from Munchausen syndrome, which is basically where a parent wants to have a lot of attention on them, so they medically most of the time put things onto their children so that they would be like this little girl, her mother told people that she had cancer, actually shaved her head. She told people that she had all these things wrong with her. She even had a feeding tube put in this little girl. She had her in a wheelchair. But then there's other places that are saying that it was as Gypsy Rose got older, she manipulated her mother. So now, the question, yes, Trina, that's the question. So do you guys think, you guys that are familiar with the story, do you guys think that Gypsy Rose has a chance to ascend this life? Or do you think she is going to have to pay for that, have to pay karmically for that? Right? So this is the question I had for Spirit, and I still haven't really got the answer to that, but I found it interesting that she just had a child, and this was confirmation that I was supposed to see this story and really think about it, because she had a baby girl, and do you know what she named that baby girl? Do you know what she named her baby girl? I'll give you a hint. Yeah, she named her baby girl Aurora. Yes. So that's when I knew that I was watching the right thing. This was confirmation for me, because you guys know that my dragon is named Aurora. So, it's an interesting story. It really is. She's on TikTok. I went and peeped on her page a little bit. I did not follow her because I didn't feel the need to follow her, but I wanted to see what she acted like after she got out of prison. And honestly, she's got quite the ego and stuff. She seems like she plays with men and has played with men in the past, as far as mind games with men. In fact, she convinced a young man to unalive her mother. And then she spent 9 years in prison for it. So anyway, that's what Spirit has had me watching for the past couple of days. And it's been interesting, but like I said, the question is, can she ascend even though she has taken a life on this earth? And what's the real story? Did she manipulate? Did her mother? I think her mother definitely manipulated her when she was younger, but as she got older, did she also manipulate her mother? That's the whole thing, right? And Dolly Ann, yes. Yeah. Yeah, the guy with special needs, yeah. It's an interesting story, Sharon. There's an interview where she discussed excitement over harming Aurora. Wow. Wow, Dolly, really? What happened? Your mom let you live with bone cancer from 6 to 10? And they told me I was making it up, but I was sick. Oh my goodness. Lost part of your hip at 10, 50 years ago. Wow. Wow. Trina says, if she hasn't changed, then no. Unaliving her mom wasn't her only flaw. Right. But who do you blame for that, Trina, right? Who's to blame for that? I worry so much about the baby. Oh, yeah. Like the rest of us, she has to change in order to elevate and ascend. But does she even have that opportunity, Trina? That's my question. Is she even going to have that opportunity this lifetime? I'm not sure she is. I'm not sure she is. But then again, that's just my that's just the way I feel about it. If it doesn't resonate with you, obviously leave it. I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was kind of interesting that her daughter was named Aurora. Irish says, I think after murder, you can still have the opportunity. Right, so it's all a show, Betty. So it's all a show. Yeah. Right. Hi, Val. Hi, darling. Well, I'm positive that I will get the answers because I've asked the question to the universe. Yes, maybe Trina, maybe her life with her mom was a contract to work on karma from other lifetimes. Yep. A new soul walk in only after such a heinous act. Maybe. Yep. Maybe. All right, let's get back here. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say. El Moria, the guardian of will, divine purpose, and spiritual leadership. Footprints is playing. Footprints is playing. So that kind of means it was then that I carried you. Could be. Could be. Oh, also, here's the Schumann right now. The Schumann's at 73. 73. Ah, Calling All Angels. Calling All Angels is playing. Calling All Angels. Lady Nada, keeper of sacred service, inner devotion, and heart refinement. They come together today in a rare pairing of will and heart alignment. Not force, not emotion, but guided, embodied action from a stabilized heart. Val says, for any redemption, one would make a total 360. I believe it is a way the soul is saved. All right. Hey, Country Fried. Hi, brother. I want to show you this we got today. It's telling me to show you this. So, yes, Star Brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. That was for... Your mom and sister used to bring home stray and get rid of them as soon as they were done with them. Wow. Until our last breath, there is hope. I like that, Nightbird. I like that. Yeah. Archangel Uriel. is with us today. He's flame of illumination, grounded wisdom, and divine insight. Uriel steps in very strongly today. Not with overwhelming light, but with clear, grounded understanding. This is a kind of guidance that feels like, oh, I see it now. Not dramatic, just undeniable. You are not here to place judgment. You are simply aligning with your truth. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yep. That is why you always try to see people's soul. That's right, Dolly. That's right. Hey, Lillian. Hi, Paradise. Hi, beautiful. The Council of Light is present today. The Council of Saturn. This is important. This council does not step forward often in your daily messages. They are keepers of structure, time, and karmic architecture. But today they are not here for karma. They are here for stabilization of your new timeline position. Ah, yes. No judgment ever, just knowledge, love, and peace. Absolutely. The unified message for today: stand where you are and mean it. Stand where you are and mean it. You are being asked to stop second guessing your placement. Stop waiting for confirmation. Stop adjusting your frequency to match uncertainty. Instead, hold your position, not aggressively, not defensively, but with a quiet certainty that says, I am here because I am meant to be here. Yes. Hi, Mama Yaya. Honored to have you here, sister. Honored to have you here. Deeper layer, what many won't hear. The Council of Saturn is showing there are timeline lines attempting to pull people backward right now. Not dramatically, but subtly. Old habits, old doubts, old emotional loops. And the way through is not fighting them. It is refusing to step off your current frequency. A flame that holds steady reshapes the space around it without effort. Today is not about expansion. It is about anchoring what has already expanded. If you feel quiet, unsure, like nothing is happening, today is a rooting day, not a reaching day. Yes. Yes, beautiful, Sharon. I love that. I love that. Something feels different right now. Not intense, not loud, just still. That's not you losing the energy. That's you becoming stable inside of it. You are not being asked to chase to the next level. You are being asked to hold this one. And that is where your real power begins. If you feel it, that grounded, almost sacred stillness, that's today's frequency. And it is stronger than it looks. We do have a dragon message for today. You have been reaching outward for confirmation when the flame within you has already stabilized. There is a shift happening in our circle. Not all will feel it the same way. Some of you will feel stillness, silence, even a slight disconnection. And you wonder, did I lose it? The dragon answers clearly, no. You did not lose the flame. You moved deeper into it. What you are experiencing is the difference between activation and embodiment. A true flame keeper is not measured by how brightly they flare, but how steadily they burn when nothing is happening. There are 3 things happening in your field right now. Your energy is locking into the physical body. This can feel like heaviness, fatigue, needing more rest, less desire to push spiritually. This is not regression. This is anchoring. Anchoring, exactly. As Violet just put anchors, I saw those anchors. Yeah. Hi, Tammy B. Hi, beautiful. Your sensitivity is refining. You may notice less tolerance for noise or chaos. Clearer discernment instantly, pulling back from things that once felt fine. This is your field becoming precise. Yes. 3, your flame is learning stillness. This is the hardest phase because there is no excitement to validate it. But this is where your presence becomes the transmission. Your silence becomes the message, and your being becomes the work. A direct message to the ones who feel quiet today. Do not mistake stillness for absence. You are being trusted with a deeper level of flame. Instruction for your class. Today is not a day to push energy, force connections, chase messages. Instead, sit in the field together, breathe together. Allow the energy to settle. Even a few minutes of shared stillness will do more than an hour of searching. You are no longer being prepared to hold the flame. You are being observed as you hold it. We do not chase the flame. We become the place it lives. Yes.
I'm a songwriter and the host of the podcast and the writer.
All right.
Do you love music? Of course you do. Everyone loves music.
Perfect.
But do you know
I do have some...
soundtrack to your life? Come and join us every week as we sit down with the artists and songwriters
some
behind the songs
soul whispers for us today.
and the writer is on Spotify. Summer Flame.
Soul whispers, where love is not realized. Where love is not realized, chaos is crystallized. When love is absent or ignored, disorder takes shape and becomes fixed in a society. Without love, small problems grow and harden into lasting confusion, making it harder to restore coherence, clarity, and connection later. That is a soul whisper from Kedge Raj. Shift your perspective. Shift your perspective. Shift your reality. When you change how you see things, you change how you experience them. A new point of view can turn obstacles into opportunities and bring clarity where there was once confusion. In doing so, your internal state shifts. Your energy becomes lighter, more aligned, and receptive. This shift in frequency naturally draws you toward more positive outcomes, helping you anchor into higher timelines, more supportive paths, where growth, ease, and possibility feel more accessible. Yes. Soul whisper. They feel something changing. There are those who sense the shift in consciousness but choose distraction instead. They feel something changing beneath the surface but turn toward noise, habits, or comfort to avoid facing it directly. It is not a lack of awareness, but a reluctance to engage with what that awareness might require. Change, honesty, and letting go. In doing so, the signal is still there, but it becomes muted, postponed, waiting until the moment they are ready to truly listen. Refusal to let go of the old is becoming more difficult as you bear witness to it collapsing in real time. The more one resists the shift, the more pressure is felt, for the cycles of the human experience in the third dimension are coming to a close. And there is nothing that can save the old world or prevent the shift into a new reality from taking place. Absolutely. Anchor or drift. You will either anchor in awareness or drift in narratives. One path is grounded in presence, where you observe, choose, and respond with clarity and compassion, rising in frequency and aligning with a deeper aspect of yourself. The other is pulled by stories, distractions, and conditioned thinking, where attention is scattered and easily influenced. Over time, this choice shapes your inner state and your experience of reality, either lifting you into higher states of consciousness or keeping you cycling through the familiar, outdated patterns of the matrix. Let's see. Soul Whisper, opportunity. Opportunities, no accidents. In life, you are offered lessons and opportunities for your spiritual growth. You are not offered accidents, coincidences, or anything meaningless. Everything can be a stepping stone or a key which activates the gates to the next level of your awakening journey. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are present in the specific place and situation for a purpose. The soul wants you to see something, to face it, so that you may heal and transcend to a higher frequency. Yes. Refusal to see, Soul Whisper. Most are not controlled by force, but by their refusal to see. Control becomes most effective when it goes unquestioned, when people turn away from discomfort instead of examining it. By avoiding truth, even when it is inconvenient, they unknowingly reinforce the very patterns that limit them. It is not the presence of control alone, but the lack of awareness that sustains it, because what is not seen clearly cannot be consciously changed. That's right. Soul whispers, two worlds. Two people can live in the same world and experience entirely different realities. What they notice, believe, and focus on shapes how everything feels and unfolds around them. One may see obstacles and threat, while the other sees opportunity and meaning in the very same moments. It is not that the external world changes, but the internal lens through which it is interpreted. Over time, those perspectives deepen, creating experiences that feel so different they might as well be separate worlds. Reaction and awareness, Soul Whisper. Control thrives on reaction. Freedom thrives on awareness. When you react without thinking, you're easily influenced by fear, anger, or pressure from the outside. But awareness creates space. You notice what's happening without immediately being pulled into it. In that space, you can choose your response instead of being controlled by it. Over time, that shift from reacting to observing becomes the foundation of real freedom, because your inner state is no longer dictated by external triggers. Absolutely. We do have an extension. Oh, yes. Where was the one? Let me see. The High Council of Sirius. A massive escalation. Let's see what this is about. This is channeled by Chalia Wilder. She says, "Blessings, beloved ones. It is an honor to connect with you and all who will be reading or understanding, hearing our message. Thank you for this transmission. We had originally planned a different conversation with you today. However, due to the escalation of chaos in your world, we feel an urgency to address this important issue. As we observe your current reality, we witness the dark forces actively threatening the mass casualties of a civilian population. Understand that they see this as a... They see this as a gift to their ruler, the head archon, which demands this from them for their salvation. Those who are actively pursuing this war will be held accountable for their actions. This includes those who are backing these governments. So even those who are not physically doing harm, but support these actions of violence, will still be held accountable for it through divine intervention. Many of you did not see this coming. Many of you intentionally helped these beings take control by allowing them to become leaders over you. The archonic puppets are pulling at their last straws because they know their time is up and they are about to be removed. They wish to cause as much fear and destruction as they can. You are witnessing a blatant attack against innocence. This is something you cannot ignore. You cannot pretend it's not happening. As a light worker, it is your duty to counter these energies of hate, fear, and demise. Many may ask how to do this. This is not by sending love to these places or to the people doing the attacking. It is by rejection. There is a false spiritual concept that states that you as light workers must send your love and light to nullify these energies. This isn't the full truth. Your love actually allows. It allows the violence to continue to take place. Understand it is by your intention that makes the difference. It takes you spiritually and physically to say no, that you do not comply with the actions taking place. This is the energy you send as a light worker. The light will then nullify the actions through your intention to actually stop them. The actions of your governments, the puppets of the archons, are advancing their latest attempt to take control of the earth and to totally stop the ascension of many souls. During this mass attack by the archons, it is backfiring on them, causing a massive awakening to sweep across the earth. This sudden realization and the exposure of hidden truths are awakening many, and is accelerating at an unprecedented rate. This awakening has become a collective realization that transcends geographical boundaries and cultural divides. It represents a powerful shift in consciousness that is illuminating the dark corners that have long been shrouded in secrecy and deception. This collective awakening is a wave of enlightenment washing over your reality and encouraging individuals to question the narratives that have been imposed upon them for generations. Those individuals and groups who wish to cause mass harm and stop the exposure of truth find themselves gripped by an overwhelming sense of fear themselves, as the weight of their past actions and transgressions is laid bare for all to see. The crimes they have committed against the earth and against humanity are being revealed in a manner that cannot be ignored or silenced. Their intricate web of harm and lies has been spun over thousands of years in your time-space. This is a divine process that is gaining momentum as more individuals awaken to their own power and the reality of their circumstances. Furthermore, this process is a mass revelation and is accompanied by the promise of justice on the horizon. The individuals who have perpetuated these immense crimes will soon begin to face the consequences of their actions. The mechanisms of accountability are being set into motion, and those who have remained hidden in the shadows will find that their time is up. The energies of the divine are aligning to ensure that justice is served, and that those who have caused harm will receive their just rewards, reflecting what they have sown towards others. This is an energetic shift that is being felt across the planet as people rally for truth and justice. The architects of conflict, those who have pushed for wars and chaos, will also start to experience the repercussions of their actions. The seeds of discord they have sown will return to them, manifesting in ways that they may not have anticipated. These beings will remain within the physical universe, so therefore, the cycle of karma is inescapable. It operates as a fundamental law of the physical universe, ensuring that every action has a corresponding reaction. However, those of you who are anchored in the light of ascension, you are ascending beyond the limitation of the physical reality, and therefore ascending beyond the karmic barriers. You, the awakened ones, are the beacons of the message of truth. Your role is vital in this transformative process. Do not underestimate the immense power of the light that resides within you. Each of you has the ability to hold and amplify this light, creating ripples of positive change that extend beyond your immediate surroundings. Ultimately, this mass awakening will bring forth your freedom. It is a call to action for every individual to step into their power, to be the change they wish to see in the world, and to contribute to a reality built of love, truth, and justice. We love you and honor you. We are the High Council of Sirius. Wow, yeah. I mean, we knew a lot of this, but I think that just rather than sending love and light, just say no. The earth is splitting. There are two different frequencies on the earth right now. I'm just trying to think of where I want to go from that message. Compassion. It is rune day. It is rune day. Let's get a rune. Let's see what rune we got today. It is rune day. You're right. Okay. Let's get our rune. Thank you for reminding me, Pepsi. All right, Spirit, what rune do we got today? What rune are we going to do today? This one right here. Ahaha, Tiwaz. Tiwaz. Pretty familiar with that one.
Bush light is cold and smooth. I'm waiting for you to get out there. Everyone knows that the classic.
Yes, it is. It's direction. It carries the energy of truth, honor, and sacred courage. This is the rune of the warrior. The rune of the warrior. And we got the warrior today, remember? Warrior woman. The rune of the warrior. Have you answered your deepest calling? That's the message today. Have you answered your deepest calling? The one who stands in alignment with what is right, even when it's uncomfortable. Even when it is uncomfortable. Hi, child of God. Hi, darling. Message for our collective. Stand in your truth. Even if your voice shakes. Tiwaz is showing that many in your field are being called to make a clear decision. Speak something they've been holding back and stop compromising where they know better. And this is important. This is not about reacting emotionally. This is not about proving anything. This is about quiet, unwavering integrity. Yes. All of us, Teresa. The deeper layer, Tiwaz carries the story of sacred sacrifices for truth. Not loss, but choosing alignment over comfort. Aha. So today you may feel a pull to do what's right instead of what's easy. A moment where you could stay silent but shouldn't. Clarity around something you can no longer ignore. A true flame keeper does not bend to remain comfortable. They align to remain true. This is a decision point energy. Not loud, not chaotic. Exactly what we've been talking about. This is the big decision. This is the earth splitting. This is who's going to one side and who's going to the other. That's where we're at right now. Each butterfly is being asked, where am I being called to stand more fully in my truth? Simple anchor. I choose truth even when it asks me to rise. Something in you knows you can't keep avoiding it, not because you're being forced, but because you've outgrown the version of you that would. Today's energy is about truth, not loud, not aggressive, just unshakable. Stand in it. That's it. That's it. That is the message we've been having. It is time to stand in our authenticity, no matter how weird it feels, even when it feels uncomfortable. Standing in our authenticity is so, so important right now. Oh, darling Pepsi, this wasn't me. This was spirit. Thank your higher self for bringing you that message. Because I thank my higher self. I thank spirit. I thank the messages from the dragons. But I believe in love. That's what's playing. I believe in love and I believe in miracles. That's right. And I believe in you. Yep. The current life and spiritual journey. This is by Ascension Lightworkers. Life is a physical journey through time and space, yet it is also a spiritual journey that transcends both time and space. Physically, we are born of the earth, and to the earth we shall return. Yet spiritually, we are never born and we never die. We never come and we never leave. We are each so much more than our physical realities. From our soul's perspective, this current life is just one page in a never-ending book, which is the eternal story of life. We are all characters in a play, and we have each chosen different roles. Ascension is defined in the new energy as stepping into the next life without death, taking control of your biology, of your chronological age, of all the potentials you come in with, rewriting your contract, vibrating higher, and living a longer and healthier life. That's what it's all about. For a human being to step out of linearity and become multidimensional greatly affects your consciousness. The consciousness is the evolving thinking and awareness of a multidimensional human. It is a consciousness that is much higher, embodied of empathy, compassion, caring, gentleness, benevolence, and greater wisdom. In this next part of this life's expression, the ascending self will awaken with a remembrance of how to do exceptional things. The self will naturally know how to work with multidimensional energy, which others cannot yet comprehend. You will use it daily. It is the beginning of an old soul revolution, where all healing attributes will be seen first above everything else you might have known. Star seeds are ascending humans and possess an inherited wealth of abilities, gifts, talent, tools, and skills waiting to be unlocked. Tapping into the Akashic skill set and inner strengths to manifest new earth energy desires. Everything required on the path is well within reach to bring dreams and aspirations to new life. The new human is an evolved state of consciousness emerging through ascension. A being who is no longer governed by fear, separation, or old survival patterns, but instead lives in coherence, alignment, compassion, and deeper inner knowing. This new human carries an awakened awareness of their divine origin, understanding that they are both physical and multidimensional, connected to all life through a unified field of consciousness. Intuition becomes natural, love becomes the guiding intelligence, and integrity aligns thought, emotion, and action. Rather than reacting to the world, the new human consciously creates within it, embodying peace, balance, and wisdom. This shift is not about becoming something other than who you always were, remembering the higher aspects of what humanity has always held within, activating dormant potentials, and living in harmony with a greater cosmic design. Ascending means losing the version of yourself that people were comfortable with. When your faith starts to outshine your fear, that is when everything in life changes. You are stepping into your power, not the quiet kind, the kind that asks you to rise, to be seen, and to stop holding yourself back. There is a fire within that has been gradually building, now ready to move. You don't need permission. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to believe. This energy is about self-confidence, rising courage in action, reclaiming your voice and authentic life direction in loving and devoted ascension service by Ascension Lightworkers. Yes! Wow! That gave me goosebumps because yes, we speak, we think, we act our reality into fruition. We do it. We do it. You want to keep being a quiet little mouse? Be that mouse. If you truly think that is your journey, do it. Do it. For me, myself, I'm going to get louder. I'm going to get louder. I am going to ascend my consciousness, and I don't care who or what people think of it. I don't care what people think of it anymore. It is what it is. I am going to live authentically me from this day forward. And you're either going to love me or hate me, but I'm not going to ever stop being me. And I hope you guys make that choice too, because being me is a beautiful thing. Being us is a beautiful thing. Yep. You know, I already do. I really already do. When I go outside, I always, you know, compliment people, whether, you know, I like their hair, they have pretty eyes, or whatever it is. I always compliment people. I always make people feel good about themselves. I always smile. I always walk with my head held high and smile at people, because even a smile can change someone's day. Even just a smile. Yes, Holly. Me too. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. All right. That was Lessons from Spirit today. Okay. Is there anyone that wants to be on the 2026 butterfly that is not on the butterfly yet? I just need your favorite rainbow color. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, or pink. If you want to be on that butterfly. Holly, we would love to have you on there, darling. What color would you like? What color would you like? Orange. You got it. Okay. We'll get you on there. Oh, you're so welcome, Alicia. You're so welcome. I am so honored to serve with all of you. And I say serve because we are service to others. We are service to others. Yeah, I start here at 9 a.m. EST on weekdays. 9 a.m. EST on weekdays. And that's right. You are here for exactly what you need to be here for. If you feel like you have missed anything, Brother Michael, all my classes are on Opal Star 33 on YouTube. Opal Star 33 on YouTube. And you can see all the classes if you missed them, if you want to. Awesome. Yeah, there's a lot there. There's meditations there. There are soul readings sessions there. I haven't done soul readings in a while. Oh, wow, Nightbird. Sending you lots of love and light and healing energy. Nightbird. Awesome. Yep, there are many past life regressions. Yep. Yep, I do Dolores Cannon's work. If any of you would like a session with me, message me and we will get a session. My sessions run about 2 hours long, and you connect with your higher self, with your team. You can connect with your dragon guide. You can connect with past loved ones. My sessions are 111 bananas, and that is another thing that I do. And I am certified. I was certified years and years and years ago. Yes. You saw a rainbow dragon. That's beautiful, Holly. That's beautiful. Look, I got a rainbow dragon on my desk here. Yeah. I make these too. Dragons. I make your dragons for you. Out of resin. And they last forever. And they're 22 bananas. The dragon experience. It is pinned on my page. Grand Rising, Deanna. Grand Rising. Quite a few of you have dragons. They all carry the energy of your dragon, of your particular dragon. And, yeah. The rainbow dragon's amazing. Yep, Trina has 3. Jules has 2 or 3.
Then let us create your ad for free in as little as 48 hours. Learn how Spotify can add more to your...
You're working on getting the bananas needed? Yep. If you fly in your sleep, you have a dragon, or you have the dragon inside of you, right? We're going to do snaps in just 1 minute. 1 minute. I thank you all for being here as we do snaps. Remember, go inward as we do snaps from now on, because that is where your power lies. Your power lies in your kingdom, in your heart. So here we go. Snap, snap, snap. This is our butterfly, and all y'all are on here because we work together as a united force, as a Christ-conscious collective. And this is our past loved ones. They're always with us. Anytime you think of them, you bring them alive into you bring them right to you. Anytime you think of them. This is us. And we're holding hands and we're happy, big smileys. And we are connected with our technology, which is the halo technology. We're connected with source energy, which is the rainbow energy, which is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And also the gold Aurelian arc above us. We connect to that with the gold inside of us, because we are the golden butterflies on the Christos spiral. We're no longer in the fib of Nochi. We're in the Christos spiral. Earth, air, fire, water, and ether. We are the alchemists. We work with these elements. Some of us realize we work with them. Some of us do it unconsciously, but we all do it. We go from the 2-strand to the 12-strand and beyond. Just by listening to certain frequencies throughout our lives, there have been points that we have ascended our consciousness. And this is also our room, watched over and guided and protected by so many different, by our teams, by dragons, by the galactics, so many different beautiful entities. And this cat did this for us. This is little Toothless. And we go through the door to become the butterfly. Maya did this for us. And this is Forest Fairy's work. She saw the dragon energy, the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the XOXO. She saw me handing out hats to people. And now I see what she meant by that. This is your higher self. You're always in here as your higher self. We go down the rabbit holes in order to transmute that energy. And we change timelines. That is the symbolism of the hummingbird. Magic, Magdalene's right in our hands. The M's in our hands. On both hands or one or both. And we are the unicorns. The rainbow butterflies of the Hopi prophecy. If you're not familiar with the Hopi prophecy, go look it up. You'll see. You'll have the eyes to see. This is the armor of God invocation. Because we put on the armor of God when we do this work for protection. Today we rise in light. Today we walk as flame. We put on the helmet of truth. Our minds are clear. We wear the breastplate of light. Our hearts are pure. We lift the shield of faith. No shadow may enter. Here is the mountains that we move. Yeshua said we would move mountains, and we do. Change timelines. Here's a big old lucky hug for everyone in here. Creating and empowering yourself. It's important and it's beautiful. We wield the sword of spirit. Our voice is power. We stand in the shoes of peace. We walk with purpose. Our grid is sealed. Our flame is online and our codex is alive. We are the love. We are the light. We are the truth. We are. We are creating peace, love, unity, and respect on this planet. We are creating the 5D new earth. On May 1st, we are going to start reading the Sophia Code. I do have this book in my TikTok shop if you want to get it there. You can get a coupon for it or whatever, or you can get it on other places, wherever you want to get it, if you want to come and read with us. Or I can send you a e-copy. Just message me if you want an e-copy of it, just to see if that's something you want to get, okay? Because the book is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I highly, highly recommend that book. This is our Rainbow Butterfly Healing Chain, and all these people have asked us to send out our energy so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, or with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people and places. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Miasatos koros priyata makorosiata. Miasatos koros priyata makorosiata. Miasatos koros priyata makorosiata. All right. Now this is our Rainbow Butterfly Dream Catcher. If you're working in the astral, which you are, okay, all of you are working in the astral. Before you go to bed at night, if you so choose, put this in your mind's eye. This beautiful Rainbow Butterfly Dream Catcher. It will prevent you from coming back with scratches and scrapes and bumps, because we work in the astral. We're doing big things over there right now. Huge things. And so we want to be protected when we do that. Also, bring your dragon with you and make sure you are shielding your energy. Okay? I love that, Trina. I love that. Yes. Chris, thank you for that. Thank you for that beautiful tool to use. All right, we're going to do Aurelian Arc energy work. So I want you to picture the beautiful golden Aurelian Arc above our planet, all around our planet. It is golden energy. Feel it. It's energy of love, light, remembrance, all that beautiful energy. And you have that same energy right in your bodies, right in your heart space. So I want you to pull from that beautiful golden energy right into your heart space. Look, you can see the threads of golden energy coming to you from that Aurelian Arc into your heart. Hold that energy inside of you. Feel the warmth, feel the love, feel the light right inside of you, in your kingdom. And every person that you touch, no matter where you are in the world, anytime you touch them through voice, through physical touch, you will spark their remembrance. Wherever you are in this world, you will spark their remembrance. Just by being you. You glow with this golden, beautiful energy. And hold that thought. Hold that thought of your glow. And there's my mama. There's the mamas coming in with hello. Hello from the other side. Yep. All right. Thank you so much for that, guys. Beautiful magic. Beautiful magic, right? Never seem to be home. Thank you so much for that. All right. We are going to get into understanding the chakras, discovering and using the energy of your 7 vital force centers. This is advanced chakra work. Because you remember, your basic chakras, your first chakra is your base chakra. Color is red. Physical stability, security, self-sufficiency, and responsibility for self. It's the LAM, it's the I am. I am. It is 396 hertz. 396 hertz. Yep, that's why we go over them, Teresa. The second chakra is your sacral chakra. It is over your kidneys. It is orange in color. It is for sexuality, sensuality, mentoring, and honoring, and nourishing yourselves. Keywords is I feel. The VAM. I feel. Third chakra. Oh, wait a minute. It's 417 hertz, the sacral chakra. The third chakra, the solar plexus, yellow. Inner peace, personal power, self-confidence, self-worth, self-acceptance, and trusting and accepting our gut feelings. I do. Ram. 528 hertz. Your heart chakra, your fourth chakra, green. And also your higher heart is pink. It's in the middle of your chest. It's love, generosity, compassion, and forgiveness. It's I love. It's yum. Yum. And it's 639 hertz. Fifth chakra, throat chakra, blue, in your throat. Communication, willpower, truthfulness, setting boundaries, and expression. I talk. I speak. Hum. Hum. It's 741 hertz. Your third eye chakra is indigo. It's between your eyebrows. The wisdom, the detachment, the discernment, the imagination, the intuition, the knowledge, and trusting in a higher source. I see. Om. 852 hertz. 852 hertz. Yes. And then you have the seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Violet at the top of your head. Grace, beauty, serenity, oneness with all, our divinity, selfless realization, understanding, and enlightenment. Again, it's Om. I understand. I understand. It's the joy frequency. It's the 963. And then, of course, there are beyond that. You have the soul star chakra, your galactic chakra, etc., etc. Okay. So, the basic polarity, Eastern religions. Life, therefore, is both an upward and downward process. Remember, we talked about the 2 poles. Upward, the Trinity, yesterday. I am that. I am with no objective side. So life, therefore, is both an upward and a downward process, flowing out from its source into manifestation and returning to its source with an added experience gained from that descent. In Christian terms, the soul returns with its harvest of experience, bearing its sheaves with it. Traditional Eastern religions, such as Buddhism and Hinduism, are principally concerned with what one may term the withdrawal aspect of life through detachment of the spiritual principle from its involvement in the form of material aspect. These religions are mainly laying emphasis on the joy and bliss which is experienced when the soul is able to withdraw from its attachment to the personal self and achieve union with the higher spiritual principle within. The word personal derives from the Latin persona, meaning a mask, and its use therefore indicates the transient or unreal nature of the lower self as being something which we put on at birth, through which to express ourselves, but which is not our real self. This union with the divine principle within us, our higher or real self, is termed yoga in Hindu metaphysics. The word yoga, in fact, means union. It comes down to us in the English word yoke. The Latin word yogam is derived from it and gives us the English word conjugal. In the Muslim religion, the concept of union is expressed through the term Islam, meaning surrender of the lower self to the higher divine principle in oneself. Self-surrender is an essential of all mysticism, and Christianity has expressed this concept as communion or the mystical marriage. Other philosophies, particularly Western ones, are more concerned with the aspect of bringing down the spiritual principle and expressing it in form through creative activity. Neither of these is wholly right, or rather, each expresses a partial truth, and so each is right only within its own limitation. And both are necessary parts of the whole process of life. Life is therefore both descent from one's source and return to it. And ideally, one should balance the two processes. These two aspects may be termed magical and mystical, the path of descent being magic and the path of return mysticism. The phases of life. Most of us will not find it difficult to recognize types of people, either living or historical, who strongly embody one or the other of these aspects. Great spiritual teachers, yogis, and saints are those on the mystical path, whereas those such as social reformers and great inventors are mainly on the magical path, expressing spirit through form. We recognize, too, in ourselves these principles in our moods or states of consciousness, which predominate at different times. At certain times, we may seek solitude in deep meditation or communion with nature, while at others, we may feel the urge to express ourselves through creative activity at the material level or by communication with others. Of course, at the spiritual level, no otherness exists, so that the principle of communication no longer applies, because one is experiencing oneness with all life. Our experience is a vibration between the two poles of aloneness when at the spiritual level and togetherness when communicating at the personal level in a group or partnership. Aloneness derives from all oneness, which is the experience of wholeness or integration at the spiritual level. These phases of life may correspond to age, sex, and other factors, which are continually changing in emphasis according to the flow of life's becomingness. The rhythms or cycles which occur as the life force relates between yin and yang are of great importance to the serious student who seeks to know himself. They are sometimes referred to as the Tatwic tides. Further reference to this will be made in a later chapter. Men and women, on the whole, find it difficult to balance their lives and find the right relationship at any one time between the polarities in themselves. Life does not stand still, but is a continuous flow or vibration between the poles. Therefore, every moment of time brings a new relationship, a new experience, and a new activity needed on the part of each person to fully live that experience. Arthur Koestler expressed this as an apparent conflict between the principles in his essay, The Yogi and the Commissar, as typifying spiritual and material man. Most people tend to remain at one level only. To be able to move between the two poles at will requires skill and discipline. They finally learn that the two principles are not adversaries, but in reality are the closest of allies, and they are able to balance, keeping their heads in the clouds and their feet on the ground, continually drawing on spirit and expressing it through form. When one principle is pursued too strongly, there is always the tendency for the energy to swing back to the other in order to balance. This explains the sudden changes which seem to occur in people's lives. For example, men and women who are disappointed in physical love often find the energies reacting from the lower levels and swinging upwards so that they become intensely spiritual, for a time at any rate. And on the other hand, men and women who push themselves too hard towards the spiritual plane often react by having the energies swing down into strong physical and material desires. The old saying, the greater the sinner, the greater the saint, or vice versa, is equally true whichever way round it is expressed. Now let us try to take these principles a stage further and see how numerologically this trinity or triplicity gives rise to the numbers 4 and 7. From the essential or primordial unity, we have seen how 3 must always arise in manifestation. And from this triplicity, a lower quaternary is born. This is so because 3 principles can only group themselves in 4 further combinations in which none of the original 3 is repeated. Thus, if we have A, B, and C, these can only combine as AB, AC, BC, and ABC. The higher triplicity 3 and the lower quaternary 4 make 7. This is also reflected in the color spectrum, made up of 3 primary and 4 secondary colors. It is thus that mathematically, and by a further stage of densification, spirit descends into form, and the number 7 is manifested, bringing the important 7-fold divisions in color and sound, and giving us the 7 levels of consciousness in man. That is the 7 chakras with which we are now concerned. Yes. Wow. It's getting good. All right, guys, it's 10:33. Wow, no coincidence. And that is class for the day. If there is anyone that would like to come up and share, now is share time. If you would like to come up and share anything that you might have learned today, anything that, you want to talk about spiritually, come on up and share, and I'm going to get the Son of Orion going here. My beautiful tray. Yay. Hello, hello.
How are you?
I am awesome.
I just wanted to share my really good news. So,
Yay.
I've been really wanting to be a big part of the community that I live in, right? So it's really hard to get into like the Rotary Club, which runs the Legion and all the like events and stuff like that. I have a job interview today with them.
Oh, goodness. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, and so the girl in the Rotary Club, and she's like, and trust me, Trey, I'm gonna make sure you get in. She's a manager. So yeah, I'm gonna like be doing all kinds of
That's
stuff in the
amazing. I love that.
yeah, working with children and elderlies, and I'm just so
Oh,
excited. Yeah. I just wanted to share my good
there you
news.
go. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, it's a goal I had when I very first moved here, and I was like, oh my God, it's really hard to get into these places. But then I made friends with this girl here, and she's like, oh, I manage at the Rotary Club, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I've been trying to get in there forever.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Well,
Yes,
that's amazing.
I missed half the
It's going to
class
be
because it was
amazing.
all.
All good. You know, it's always divine time.
Yeah.
Always divine time. Yes. Yes,
Well, in
Alicia.
class, my phone rang and I picked it up and it was the lady from the Rotary Club. And I was like, oh my God. She goes, can you come in today? And I'm like,
Ah,
yes.
awesome. Yeah, we have a Rotary. Wow. Rotary Park is the park where the obelisk is the mirror to the obelisk in Heliopolis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and me and Jules walked around the obelisk here at Rotary
That's,
Park.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, beautiful butterfly sanctuary. Hi,
Hello,
Opal. Hi,
hello.
Trey. I love your deck of cards today. Very, very beautiful. It's resonating a lot because today's Friday. The divine feminine Venus energies are flowing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of heart chakra activation. So, balance is the key as well in understanding and understanding duality as well between the masculine and the feminine energies. And I love that you mentioned about the chakras and the songs today in class reflecting, because it goes a lot with the color aspect and the therapy. How do I say? How do we balance, say, the 8 point star or of Venus, which is also Maharata shield activation as well, because it's just similar to the 6 point star, but 8 point star is represented by Venus, which is goddess Ishtar. Inanna is the one that descended from the upper world to the lower world. And the symbols that I got sometimes is like the infinity or the 8 point star, which is the union of the masculine and the feminine energies. And you have to bring it back to the 0 point energies where they intersect. So we need to go back to like that upper heart, as you mentioned, the green and the pink ray. So within the green and pink ray, we find that compassion, that purity, that gentleness, that innocence. So that's why Lyras will mention, or the guardians will mention, return to innocence, return to purity, return to that gold and silver ray within. So that's where you can start your creation again with co-creating with divine God source and balancing and in union. Because how do I say? Patakatulika Shakina Ma Shakina Ma Ashanamata. Alaham Kira Shakina Kataki Ina La Shashamata Ikate Shakina. Thank you, Divine, with a grateful heart. Divine is mentioning that while we are experiencing a lot of shifts as well, remember to acknowledge your divine blueprint templates. So sometimes we may have a little more pending issues in like the sacral chakra, which is your emotional layer or your emotional light body, which is the orange and gold ray as well, right? And if you are not balancing that with it, you may see like blockages pop up. So you have to work with that energies within yourself. You have to acknowledge, like you mentioned, the sexual energy. Sometimes we tend to suppress it because, reality is not what we wish it would be for us. But, we have to even question why these darker moments popped up in our lives for. What has it teach us? What has it evolved from us? Right? Because it's only through the darkness we go to the light. It's only when the heart breaks, the light shines through. Or simple as the night. The night is beautiful just as the day. So it goes back to like the Libra scales of being balanced, which is Venus as well. So you have to weigh that heart against the feather of truth, justice, in order to go to the upper world as well as thing, and it goes with your deeds and your actions as well. That's why the cosmic laws needs to be re-established back on all dimensional planes. Not man-made law, cosmic laws. So the universal laws of cause and effect, gender, polarity, even karma and dharma, as you were explaining earlier, which is truth, right? Because you see a lot of stuff got reversed in this reality, such as with the shadow, the phantom matrix, and we have to evolve from that because I look at life like when we incarnated in the earth school reality of plane of existence, we all came in with a shadow aspect, right? Our higher self doesn't have it to that extent like what we experience on a physical plane. But are we addressing it on all different divine planes? Because our divine blueprint, organic Christosophia blueprint, consists of your physical plane, your mental plane, your emotional plane, your astral plane, and your etheric plane. Right? So we have to balance. We can't fight. Like I love this scenario with Krishna. Krishna won a whole war and he did not lift a weapon. You know what was his weapon? Love, unconditional love.
Love. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Unconditional love. He didn't choose to fight someone. If someone did something wrong to him, he didn't choose to fight back with the same energies. He chose to alchemize and transmute to love. So we have to alchemize it from our system, declutter it. We know energies, we are all interconnected with the divine universe. So the divine universe of frequency will automatically tell us, like, if someone or something is positive or negative within our fields. Is how we alchemize it within ourselves, because that's where the free will comes in, because every choice and action have consequences. You may think you are seen or unseen, but it does. The universe knows. Takeshikita pa ikata malekita rasha. Rasha into doa meki rasha alaham ki rasha shamo kitana ashana mata. Katili kitali kitali. Thank you, Divine, with a grateful heart. I'm experiencing a lot of Anjana chakra as well, activating like my third eyes and a lot of heart chakra and sacral as well today. Very beautiful. So, relax, connect to that inner child, have fun, balance, and stay in the oneness with divine. Love you all. One love, one heart.
Love you too,
10:44.
Alicia.
Sometimes divines come through like that. So, I have to learn to balance a bit more with myself after experiencing like a NDE and a soul split. So it's very, how to say, for me and my journey, it's very difficult for me to balance back in the physical because I tend to pop out a lot. So, sometimes I might be speaking and then my higher self's just popping and it's something that I have to at least balance back within my fields because I have a lot of air placements in me. So for me, understanding like Earth School like represents stability, right? Or structure. And for us, I know you are air elements as well too, Opal, because you're an Aquarius as well. right? Because I'm a Libra and I'm a Gemini ascendant as well, and midheaven in Aquarius. So it's a lot of air. So we have to do a lot more with communication and expression and, being out there. But, sometimes you just want to be in solitude and, just be in that space with divine. But divine shows us that, we have to open that wings too of that butterflies too and spread it, right? How would they know where we are, who we are, what we are? Because as we were discussing, we are not only existing on the physical plane, right? And because the physical plane is a bit more denser, people have a lot of more amnesia, not remembering who they are. We were the fortunate ones to be awoken at an earlier stage in life. So, we have to bridge that gap like the rainbow bridge. So that's how I see our number 11 occurring as our life purpose as well in our lives. Because it's like, yeah, we had physical lives, but all these things got distorted in a bit for us to follow our true, authentic life purpose, which is with co-creating with divine. So all of our work or all of our light aspect of being a light worker or a light star seed is co-creating with divine. So we have to co-create even through the most densest planes. And that's why we anchor within the physical and the etheric and the astral realm, because a lot of them don't speak about these realms. But there's a lot of polarities as well in these realms. A lot of, how do I say, souls that got trapped in these realms when it had its split with Atlantis, what I'm reading from Ashiana Dean's book as well. And we have to free these things. That's why we have to anchor that beautiful sphere of Amenте back into the planet, into our hearts, into our things. So we have to light up that emotional ray, which is the blue ray within our heart space as well, right? And the blue ray is connected to your empathic ability, your emotional light body, which is your sacral, your throat, your heart, all your chakras, but mainly connecting to healing the mutated DNA, transmuting and alchemizing. Because that's our purpose here on Earth School. We want to alchemize to our highest timeline where we can be our authentic self. We don't want to be stuck in how do I say, a spiral going backwards or going things. So we want to be our authentic self. Like I remember being of Lemurian timeline. Yes, we were very different in Lemurian timelines because the energies were so different. It was not so dense. But because of the fall and because of all the things we experienced, our body even got mutated a bit too, right? That's why we were only taught the 5 basic senses of hear, smell, taste, and touch, but we are actually multidimensional. We are telepathic by nature, telekinesis, clairvoyance, clairaudience. But we have to raise that frequency to meet it, right? Because my telepathic ability got activated through a traumatic experience, and then after I realized that I was only connecting to that being, and I was asking myself, but why? But then I realized my frequency went up in that moment, and that's why it occurred. So for me to maintain that frequency, especially it goes with alignment and authenticity. Are you speaking truth to yourself? Are you acknowledging and healing yourself, that inner child, that heart space, that chakras? Because we all have different obstacles to overcome in our pathways, right? This is the way I see this journey on Earth School, right? Like for me, it has to do a lot maybe with relationships and with even the sexual energies. And how do I say? I have to connect to that Venus energies within me, because being of a Libra and being of Venusian energies, it connects to the Hathor starseed lineage, right? Hathors are very healing energies as well. They work very closely to the heart chakras, such as the Maharaji fairies, such as the butterfly fairies as well. such as the blue avians. We work very close with the heart chakra and the throat chakra. And it is a beautiful experience, but remember, we have to bring it back to a state of balance as well too, because even the heart chakra, there's a polarity. Even up to the 11.5 dimension, there's a polarity, right? Because it's only when we attain that 12 crystal organic Sophia avatar is when we can truly be our liquid plasma self then. But it is we are all working together as a collective to grow and heal, right? Because we know a lot of stuff got distorted, and we are all working through our, how to say, distortions a bit, because this is what the purpose of, I would say and feel, of being a light worker or a light being is about, right? Because yes, it's beautiful in the higher realms and in all these things, but remember, we are still purging, and we still have to be gentle with ourselves. We still have to love ourselves, even through the most, how do I say, distorted aspects of ourselves. We have to pull back that essence, that fragmented pieces. We are not broken mirrors. We are whole. We are beautiful, just like the cosmic egg, just like the mother. Right? So as we heal and ascend with the mother, we are ascending together as one. And that's why I love that. Kaisha kutali kitali kinama alakata yisha kina. Alaham kira shamo 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 tatale kitale katale kisha kina. Pale katale pale ashakanama ashanamata. Paisha kita ina ale iktale isha kina. Thank you, Divine, with a grateful heart. Those were the Syrians. They came through the Syrian blue Anuhazis. They're doing a bit of throat chakra activations as well. So, remember them in your space. Remember the blue rays as well within your heart space. Remember the violet rays. Remember the gold rays. Because that's the triple Amori flames. So when we speak of being a flame bearer, we have to embody the divine flames, and all the rainbow lights up with that divine flame, such as the gold, the silver, the white, golden light, the violet, the blue, the green, the pink, the yellow, the orange, the red, even the brown, the black. A lot of people don't like to go into the black layer, but a lot of your black essence have the stock suppressed fragmented pieces of yourself, such as in the etherigram. Do you know that the etheric layer is represented by the silver lining, which is the closest layer to your physical body? If you can see your energetic auras, even from the physical perspective, you would see it with like blockages, maybe with gray parts and stuff like that. And this is what, how do I say, a bit with the cosmic duality, what we experience with spiritual warfare is an attack on your bioenergetic system, which is your auric fields, which is your energetic fields. Are you addressing it from your chakra points? And that's how deep we go as maybe as a 11, because we are pretty ancient, right? Because we have been on this planet for very, very long. And we have to learn to heal that, to be one. When we can come into that essence of oneness with divine, we can truly say we are risen to the golden age within each and every one of us. It's nothing external, it's internal. Sometimes we may be stuck in ego a bit too, right? But ego is also, I would say ego is also good too, because you can use it for the positive as well as the negative aspect. It's however you want to portray it outside, right? Such as a lot of people don't analyze that we have a lot of mental blockages as well. No one's addresses the mental plane. But the mental plane got distorted when Thoth breached the Emerald Covenant's teaching, in a sense, right? And he was the scribe who revealed knowledge and all these things to humanity and whatever, right? And a lot of these things got, how to say, distorted throughout. That's why maybe I resonate a lot with Ashiana Deans, because you're supposed to be a speaker of divine words, not, how to say, replicate in your own settings to portray to humanity. So it comes like, you're portraying what you wish, not what divine wishes, right? This is something we need to address within ourselves as well too, such as, you know, Ishakito. Even I'm watching the butterfly, right? A butterfly emerged from a cocoon. It was once in a pod, right? It had to stay in a pod when it's thing before it could open its wings, its beautiful wings, right? So it's a period we have to all transition as well. So, the golden age is not going to come just so. We have to work towards it as well too. Are we willing to raise that frequency? Are we willing to open that love frequency, that divine amore heart of ours? Are we willing to heal? Are we willing to give love? Because some all of us want to receive the best things in life, but are we willing to give the best things too as well with the universe? Because it flows with our frequency of our oscillation as well, because we are energetic beings by nature. So, and I had to learn this a bit the hard way from, experiencing a lot of pain and suffering, and I didn't know how to alchemize it. And I was asking myself, what did I do to deserve this, right? And then I realized that we have that ability within us. So access it through your divine rainbow rays, especially the blue rays. The blue rays are here to assist in helping and alchemizing the stuck trauma, the stuck emotional aspect. And in alignment with that, you are aligning with your heart and your throat chakra as well. So the more you speak authentic and in alignment and authenticity, it's the more you can be that with oneness with that divine creator within yourself, right? It's like the air elementals. The air have to be free. It's not like, how to say, earth. Earth is more like a stability vessel, but air is free. Air is like the cosmos. You can go to space with air, right? It's the breath of life as well, such as the fire of life as well. But when you look at water, water is a feminine element, but water is connected to our blood, our DNA as well. It holds a lot of the emotional, empathic energies. Are we alchemizing that as well? Are we alchemizing and healing our DNA? Or are we choosing to stay in one plane of reality? Because, we were so, how do I say, brainwashed, even coming into this existence, saying that we only have 2 strands of DNA, and this time we have 12 strands, or even more, 12 to the 6, 48 strands, right? This was the Christ message to humanity, right? But it's not going to activate from someone coming into your fields. You have to activate it from within, co-create with your divine essence, raise your frequency out of the darker layers by understanding and understanding and aligning with that divine source energies within you. Yeah. Nama Ashana Mata. Alaham ki Rasha Shamo Shamo Shamo. Thank you, Divine, with a grateful heart. Those are messages from the Divine Guardians, which are the Lyrans, Anuhazi, Syrians. And I had to share this with you, the beautiful collective, because a part of the Blu-rays was distorted. And the reason why I had to dive deep in this, right? The Blu-rays, if you look at the sun, you would see that blue beam around the sun, right? And everyone thinks the Blue Beam Project is is they coming to distort humanity and stuff like that. No, the blue rays are divine guardians of the Emerald Covenants as well, of divine gods, such as the Ceres, such as the blue avians, such as the Syrians, and all these things, right? But actually, they got a bit distorted because if you look at planet Sirius B is where they took the spear of Amentet too when the catalysm happened with Atlantis. When Atlantis fell, they took all the crystals from the earth and they put it into Sirius B because of the duality and the pole shift and the spiritual battles that was going on the planet. Because remember, we had a 1,000-year war that the Lyrans mentioned. Uh, the reason I'm sharing this with you too as well, because the Syrians are connected to the emotional energies, the water beings, such as like the whales, such as the dolphins, such as the oceans, such as the air beings, like the birds, if we don't have this within us, we can't see the sky as a beautiful blue skies, we can't see the oceans as a beautiful blue oceans, so we have to connect to that blue ray within us as well. 1101, thank you, divine. And that is why our organic crystal Sophia avatar consists of different planes of existence. And I realize with us as 11, we have a lot of how to say power in that emotional empathic energies, because we have the physical plane, the mental plane, the astral plane, the emotional plane, the etheric plane. Which plane of existence do we address? I love like when you do energy grid work, Opal, that you mentioned, take your butterflies and shield your butterflies when you go to the astral realm, because we don't know, we are truly, how do I say, I look at the physical body as being earth, right? Because we have limitations within the physical body. But when you go to the astral realm, you can be free. When you go to the etheric planes, you can be more free to be in your lighter aspect. You don't have to be like, you could be a butterfly in those realms. You could be a bird. You could be a dolphin, whatever you wish, right? But it all comes back to balancing your polarity as well. You were given the physical vessel for a reason. We were given these denser planes for a reason. Are we evolving from it, right? Are we learning why the ego was given to humanity? Are we learning why we had a shadow aspect that came into existence? Because for me recalling between Lemuria, which is Mu, and Atlantis, Lemuria, Mu civilization existed before Atlantis, and it did not have ego. Ego came across when Atlantis era popped up, right? But Atlantis era was very, very beautiful, very technological. And we were such an advanced civilization before, right? We would co-create as well. They took a lot from the Lemurians, which are like the blue rays and all these things as well, that would co-create with divine God source, but they didn't want it to be in balance with nature. They wanted to overpower nature then, or overpower that divine essence. That's why, how do I say, all these distortion happen from even Atlantis era, and that's why it had to be sunk, right? Because the beings they were creating was not in alignment to divine God source, right? Because God source created all of us as star beings and different things, because we all have different star lineage within each and every one of us. Like to me, for me, in understanding myself as Alicia, yes, I have a physical appearance, but I also connect to the blue avians, the blue Maharaji fairies, the Venusians. I also connected to the Lyrans very, very deeply, and I was even the Syrians. And I realized the Syrian and Lyrans are also the guardians as well. So they are very, very blue beings. So I see it a lot within my aura fields. And you can tell from your energetic fields, like what are you connected to, right? And It's a beautiful experience to experience even your star family in the physical plane, because they want to reach out to you. They want to show you love as well too. They want to connect to you, but you still have to raise that frequency to meet them,
Mm-hmm.
because of their lighter body aspect. They are not dense like us, that they can't come in the physical and give us a hug or anything like that. We have to raise our oscillation and frequency to meet them. And you will see them, you will meet them. They are willing with open arms to embrace us, especially the Lyrans, the Anuhazis, especially all the beautiful star seeds, such as the Venusians, the Andromedians, every one of us are unique in our own way. But we have to connect to that divine essence with balance, peace, and humility from within ourselves, within our heart space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's
Great,
the
Barbara.
only way we could really ascend to the golden age. That's the way I see it. Because it's a battle of conquering that ego within self. Taisha kotola ita telekita maalekatelekita rasha. Rasha into doi meki rasha shamukatelekitelekitele. Palekatelokatele isha kina ma ashana mata. Dale Shakita. Thank you, Divine, with a grateful. They mentioned to tell you about the rosary as well. So the rosary is connected to Venus energies and Venusian, and today is Friday, which is Venus Day. So happy Venus Day to each and every one of you. Remember that beautiful rose in your heart. Remember that beautiful Divine Mother and Father energies as well. Connect to that triple rose of the gold, the blue, and the violet flame within your heart space. Remember it, anchor it within your heart space. That gentle love. Be gentle as a dove. That's why I resonate so much like with Mother Mary as a energy of the gentle mother. And I love that about the aspect. She didn't came into like a fiery or a very thing. She came so gentle and loving and peace and serenity, and that's something that takes a lot for us to reach to that stage within us, because we know the duality we are in, and we have to anchor. I love the lotus, and they mentioned the lotus is also a sacred geometry activation, just like the pyramid flames or the heart or even the sacred flames. So we have to ground like a lotus. We have to sink our roots in the mud, into the earth, absorb the nutrients, shoot it through the water, open that bud to the sunlight, and absorb that beautiful energies, and release the fragrance to the air. And that's how we blossom. Just like a butterfly, we were once in a cocoon, and we have to emerge from that cocoon. But it takes a process, and we have to remember to be gentle, especially to ourselves. You know, a simple practice that I do, like when I find the energies is fluctuating too much, to remember my inner child, is the Honopono prayer of I love you, please forgive me, thank you, and I'm sorry. You are telling this to heal your own inner voice. You are telling this to heal that divine essence of you. You are one with divine source. You are not reflecting what others have projected or what you may have experienced. You are reflecting that divine whole essence of divine organic source, Christos Sophia Avita. Right? So this is why we have to even watch, like, to me, the scars that we have attained throughout. We have to even watch that and love that aspect of ourselves. You know, what lesson have it taught us? Are we going to master a higher state of frequency within us, or are we going to remain at that level or want to stay there? Because it's a lot of things that need correcting. We see on the Earth School as well. And I love that you mentioned keep shining, because you don't care what others think about you or whatever. I'm the same way as well. I consider myself a little rebel as well too. Whatever you think, that's your opinion. This is me. Accept me or your choice. I accept myself. Right?
That's right.
I don't
Right.
accept labels. True. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Absolutely.
Shining.
We have
So it's
1 minute,
11.
guys. And this is the Son of Orion. It works with your 8th chakra.
Beautiful. Is Orion in close to Sirius B in the star system?
Yes, it is. Orion's right above the Pyramid of Giza, which, if you know, that pyramid is a great portal, is a great Stargate,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
we
because I
just took
received.
over. Mm-hmm.
Yes, beautiful. I think it's target 10 because we got I got the divine pyramid flames, and those are like Lyra, where you can shield within the pyramid flames as well. 11, 11.
All right, guys, here we go.
Song of Orion, Viria Kumnare.
Mm-hmm.
Omega Ipatama Patama Etitare Guna Omega Ipatama Tretila Iduna Tretila Iduna Durga Ekanta Ekuna Omega Ipatama Omega Ipatuma, Omega Ipatuma, Patuma Edita Ekuna, Omega Ipatuma, Tretila Iduna, Tretila Iduna, Dura Ekanta Ekuna, Omega Ipatuma, Omega Ipatuma, Omega Ipatuma, Patuma Edita Ekuna, Omega Ipatuma, Tretila Iduna, Tretila Iduna, Durga Ekanta Ekuna, Omega Ipatuma.
All right, guys. Beautiful. Have the most amazing weekend, everybody. And I will see you back here on Monday. Love y'all. Mwah. Big hugs and kisses.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Love you, darling.
Thank you. Love you.